Ever felt confident in your head, but suddenly stuck when you had to explain your ideas in English? You know exactly what you want to say, but the bridge between your brain and your mouth just collapses.
That happens to the best of us, but here is the secret. Most people don't fail because of bad English. They fail because they don't know how to structure what they already know. They get trapped trying to translate word for word.
Imagine this scenario. You're in a high-stakes meeting, or maybe just talking to someone new at a networking event. You have a brilliant idea, a really great concept, but the words just don't come out smoothly. You start stuttering or you use the wrong word, and your confidence crashes.
By the end of this session, you'll know how to fix that. We're going to teach you how to express ideas clearly, naturally, and confidently. We aren't just teaching words, we're teaching flow.
And don't worry, if your English sometimes sounds like a confused robot, we promise to upgrade your system today.
Welcome to SpeakUp English Lab.
Let's start our conversation.
Before we get into the specific phrases, I want to touch on that confused robot feeling. Why do so many intelligent professionals freeze up when speaking English?
That is the million-dollar question. It's usually what we call the translation trap. Your brain is working in your native language, constructing a complex, beautiful sentence. Then you try to translate that complex sentence directly into English in real time.
And that creates a lag, like a bad internet connection.
Exactly. The processor overheats. The key isn't to translate, it's to simplify. You have to accept that your English personality might be slightly simpler than your native personality, and that is okay.
That's a huge relief. So I don't need to use big words to sound professional?
Not at all. In fact, in the business world, clarity is the ultimate sophistication. If you can explain a complex market trend in simple English, you actually sound smarter.
I love that. Clarity is the ultimate sophistication. Okay, let's apply that to a real-world scenario. We have a dialogue prepared today about business trends. Let's listen to the first part and then we will break it down.
Okay, let's step into the role play. I'll start. We're seeing a noticeable shift in consumer preferences across several sectors. What seems to be driving this change?
It appears to be a combination of factors, including greater awareness of sustainability issues and a growing demand for personalized experiences.
That's interesting. So people aren't just buying products, they're buying values.
Exactly. Consumers today want to feel aligned with the brands they support.
Okay, let's pause there and unpack that. There was some great vocabulary in there. You used the phrase noticeable shift.
Yes, a noticeable shift is a great phrase for business meetings. It means a change that is big enough to be seen. You aren't just guessing, you can see the data changing.
And then I asked, what is driving this change?
Right. Driving here doesn't mean driving a car, it means causing. What is the engine behind this change? If you want to sound professional, don't just say, why is this happening? Ask, what is driving this trend?
And your answer mentioned sustainability issues. That is a buzzword everywhere right now.
It is, but notice how I connected it. I said it's a combination of factors. This is a safety phrase. If someone asks you a hard question and you need time to think, start with, well, it appears to be a combination of factors.
That buys you about 3 seconds of thinking time.
Exactly, and it sounds very analytical. Then we talked about personalized experiences.
I've noticed that too. People don't want generic things anymore.
No, and that leads to the next big line, aligned with the brands they support. To be aligned means your values match their values. If I care about the environment, I buy from a company that cares about the environment. We are aligned.
So let's continue the dialogue with this context in mind. I've noticed that people now ask more questions before making decisions.
Yes, curiosity has increased. People want to understand where products come from and how they're made.
That level of awareness wasn't very common before.
True. Access to information has changed consumer behavior significantly.
Okay, stepping out of the role play again, We just talked about complex behavior, but the sentences were actually quite short.
That is by design. One challenge people face is explaining complex ideas simply. Many learners know what they want to say, but they struggle to phrase it, so they keep adding words trying to find the right one.
I've seen that. Sometimes people use very long sentences and get lost halfway through. They start a sentence and don't know how to end it.
Yes, and by the time they finish the sentence, even they forget the point. If you are listening to this and you do that, stop, breathe, cut the sentence in half.
So, clarity is more important than complexity.
Absolutely. Clear English sounds confident, even if it's simple. Simple English is strong English. Think of it like building a house. You need strong bricks, not just fancy decorations.
Let's look at the emotional side of this dialogue. We mentioned personalized experiences. Why do people care so much about that now?
Because people want to feel understood. Nobody likes feeling like just another number. And this applies to how we speak English, too.
How so?
When you speak English naturally, with emotion, people connect with you. If you speak like a textbook, people tune out. Communication is not just about grammar. It's about emotion, tone, and clarity.
That explains why some fluent speakers still feel nervous. They have the grammar, but they lack the connection.
Yes, fluency without confidence feels incomplete. Fear of making mistakes stops many people from speaking.
But mistakes are actually helpful, right?
Mistakes are data. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. If you never make a grammar mistake, it means you aren't pushing your boundaries.
When people avoid speaking, they stop improving. English improves through use, not silence. You can't learn to swim by reading a book about water.
And your English won't improve just by staring at a grammar book. Sadly, no magic happens that way. You have to open your mouth and make the sounds.
All right, listeners, this is the part of the episode where you work. We're going to slow down.
We are going to do a technique called shadowing. I will say a phrase. I want you to listen to the rhythm, the pauses, and the intonation. Then I want you to repeat it aloud. Don't just whisper it, say it.
Let's start with the business trends vocabulary.
Here's the first one. Listen. We are seeing a noticeable shift. Now you say it. Let's try that again. Emphasize the word shift. We're seeing a noticeable shift.
Good. Now let's try the stalling phrase when you need to think.
Listen carefully. It appears to be a combination of factors. Your turn. One more time. Smooth it out. Connect the words appears to be. It appears to be a combination of factors.
Okay, let's do a longer one. This is for when you're describing a market trend.
There is a growing demand for personalized experiences. Break it down. Growing demand for personalized experiences. Go.
Now let's switch to the mindset phrases. These are things you can tell yourself or tell a colleague.
Clear communication builds trust. Short, punchy, powerful. Say it.
And the most important one for today?
Confidence comes with practice. Say it like you believe it.
Let's try a full sentence from our dialogue. Imagine you're in a meeting. You're agreeing with someone.
Exactly. Consumers today want to feel aligned with the brands they support. This is a long one. Take a breath. Listen again. Consumers today want to feel aligned with the brands they support. Try it.
How did you do? Did you stumble?
If you stumbled, that's okay. Rewind and do it again. These phrases are useful in conversations, meetings, and discussions. They help you sound calm and professional.
Remember, you don't need perfect English, just clear thinking.
Instead of rushing, take a breath. Speak one idea at a time. People appreciate clarity more than speed.
That brings us to the end of today's session. That was a great workout.
If you've ever felt stuck while speaking English, remember you're not alone and you're definitely not incapable.
Confidence grows with practice, and every sentence you speak is progress.
Even the awkward ones. We've all had those. Even I have those.
Thank you for practicing with SpeakUp English Lab. If this session helped you, please like and subscribe so you don't miss our next workout.
Practice a little every day. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Talk to your pets. Talk to your colleagues. Just keep speaking English with confidence.
See you next time.
Goodbye.